And I am Pat.
And I'm Steven.
Oh yeah, we like to fly by the wheel a little bit. Really?
Like literally. Oh man.
Can't you be a lord of Greenland right now or something? Or what's going on? I know I see commercials about somewhere over there where you can buy.
Okay, so
Has a
I
has a
sorry,
ring
go
to
ahead.
it, doesn't it? Sure.
You have been dubbed Pat, Lord of Greenland. But no, there's a master plan here. At least I'm gonna say there is. I take it for what it's worth, and it ain't much. But the man plans on terrifying the absolute crap out of every country on the globe. Like he's shutting the door and he's saying, "Nope, America's back. Give me back my canal. Greenland, I'm looking at you, and Canada, you're one of us now. So ditch the leaf and get in line with everybody else." And so I get that part. However, because he's trying to be terrific, there's a uh, that was a terrible joke, and I want to call attention to it. Anyhow, so because he's because he's being very terrific, um, obviously it's going to fall out. So trade is going to it's going to take a dip, at least for a bit. Like everybody knows that. Like the first step is going to be a doozy. You know, please look down. And right, it's going to sting. It's going to sting real bad, and everybody's going to feel it for a little while. And so it would actually track that he's targeting different places where he knows revenue could be generated if the right entity owned or controlled it. And so that leads us to say things like Panama Canal, things like Greenland, where Greenland's dying for people to invest in their country. because they're just not getting enough revenue in, and they want to stay a country. And to be honest with you, I think if we bought Greenland, they'd probably do all right. But they need people. I well, I'm not okay. Okay, please don't take this as as me industrialized Greenland posting. But like on the same token, like what else are you gonna do? You got to get money coming in, right? Like you have to find something. There has to be like there's a carrot and a stick. We found plenty of stick out here. Now we need a carrot. Like there, we need some. So I would not be surprised if he wants to develop Greenland into some kind of a touristy kind of thing, maybe, or do something developmental with it. Um,
Hmm.
well, I mean, like, of course they are. That's literally the brand these days.
People are getting real excited. Hmm.
No, I mean, well, no, you're dead on the money. You're dead on the money. Like think about it like this. Like the man's talking about the obviously the insane tariffs. He's talking about wiping out income tax. He's talking about a level of federal shrinking that hasn't been honestly hasn't been seen in this country because this country like our nation was never our nation's government was never meant to be so big, and as a result, now that it's so huge, we've never had to eliminate this much government. The last time we had to eliminate this much government, it was one of the bloodiest conflicts in recent history, besides, let's say, the major world wars, and just tons of people died. And a lot of money was blown and wasted, arguably. So we don't want to do that. Nobody wants to do that. So, right, but you're gonna have to make some big moves. Like you have to, like, you know. But I was gonna say hashtag Warhawks, but yeah, the
Her and Fishbach. Yep.
100%. They're over here like Lockheed Martin, Lockheed Martin. Oh, yeah, great deal. Oh,
Give it to me. Give
like,
it to me more.
I'm serious.
Give it. Give me more war, daddy. More war, daddy.
Tell me about the last third world nation you just bombed back to the Stone Age. Like, ugh. For sure.
It's like sometimes they try.
Well, what's really crazy is if the history books are to be believed, and these are the ones written before the big bad, from what's being written or what's been written about the gentleman turned down by the Vienna School of Art. Looking at you, Vienna. You had like
Looking at
one
you.
shot,
This
one
one's on
shot. All
you.
he wanted to do was make art, and but you left him in mom spaghetti, and then like a gazillion people. But no,
Could have been.
but no, but like before he apparently went bat shit insane, he was apparently quite popular amongst other world leaders, which is just wild to imagine. So yeah, I mean, you're actually kind of like on the you got some there in terms of like some similarities. Now, granted, we all know that most of the modern media has been entirely co-opted by the Democrat Party, so you, they're just going to say a whole bunch of stuff that furthers their agenda, and people have gotten so incredibly sick of it, they got to let him back in. Because if they don't let him back in, nobody will believe him ever again. Oh yeah, it was more than 10.
Yeah.
I don't like where you're going with.
Yeah. Where are you going with this one, man?
Mm, right.
Setting it up.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Pardon me. We got ourselves into a really bad spot, which no one argues with, and part of that is by offering so many services, it turns because like before like the nanny state you can call it before we just handed out freebies to like everybody on earth. Illegal immigration wasn't such a huge concern. In fact, not as many people wanted to come here because they knew it was rough and tumble. It was the largest, most expensive game of make it take it. So if you can't get that ball, you ain't getting no hoops, and your family ain't eating. And it was quite common that people who would go through the whole rigmarole of Ellis Island would turn right around and be like, "Yup, you know what? I'm not making it here. This is some other stuff. I'm going home." And because they would get in, they would try their best and go, "Man, this just ain't working out." They'd go home, not because big bad evil Americans hated them, but because they just couldn't make it. Like it was really hard, very competitive. People were very skilled, and it was a tough market to break through. And not everybody made it. Some of them just had to go back home. And maybe they came back and tried again. I'm sure there's plenty of records of that. But like once you start sort of like feeding everybody that you invite, it's a very different conversation. Now you don't need to make it. You don't need to find a way to function in this culture you've joined. You can just jump in and be like, yes, I would like my dole and a place to live. Thank you. And ta-da. And like, and I'm a huge fan of charity. I love charity. Charity is great. Give, give, give. But there is a limit.
Right. Yep.
Yep. Right.
Yep.
Right. Hmm. Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
let's
Like that's. I mean,
you
the biggest
notice
concern. Good. Good.
let's say you notice that both examples that you laid out right there is examples of a strong family um culture. You know what I mean? Which is absolutely phenomenal, and we can't even complain about that. You know?
Right.
Not not that marijuana's bad, but just to say, oh yeah.
Well, Pat, I'm glad you cleared that up. We
I
were all worried
I
there for a second.
in
So
in case
glad that got
anybody was wondering. Oh,
that is a bad day. That's young. 65 is young these days.
mm.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Fair
You know
enough.
what? Fuck answer. Yeah.
No.
How dare them?
That's amazing.
Moonshot after moonshot. Good times.
Yeah. Well, no, I think you had a really good topic. Like honestly, it's in huge view right now because a Guatemalan illegal immigrant lit a woman on fire in New York and just watched her burn to death. And apparently, so did the rest of the New Yorkers, which I find very disappointing. And so I just and maybe they're just too calloused for that or something. I don't know, but that's just absolutely disgusting. Like that would happen, and also the response.
I bet you that was there a lot of cell phone like everybody going live trying to capture the moment. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Put the fucking phone down and go put out the damn fire, people. No, you're right.
The old Kurt Russell movies. Nate Plissken.
What?
Right. I
I'm unfamiliar with what explain to me what's going on with this Daniel Penny.
so Daniel Penny. Yeah, Daniel Penny is a former U.S. Armed Forces veteran who he was on a subway in New York. Like many veterans, he was not fantastically wealthy, and so he took the train a bunch. And there was a homeless dude who had been like a constant problem in that community. And I don't know what his troubles were. All I know is the dude was apparently arrested like 44 times, most of them for violent crimes. I think he was convicted of them, almost all of them. And they just didn't feel like putting him anywhere but on the street again. And this dude started getting just way out of there's like a video of it. Like he got way out of pocket, screaming he's gonna kill people and stuff like that. And so homie like barehanded just grabbed him and put him out. But because of whatever the dude was doing or on or whatever, he wasn't able to survive a simple submission hold and he just straight up died, which tends to happen semi often with people who are on the street. They do a lot of drugs. Their system is not being well taken care of. And so, just a simple, I mean, it's a blood choke. It's the
So,
safest way to be knocked unconscious. It like you just
so
it stops flow here. Your brain goes, oh, no air. We're going to turn off the
right.
important parts. And then, they let go. It turns right back on. Usually takes, maybe a few seconds, maybe half a minute. But like, usually you come right back. Hell, when I was a kid in middle school, we called it space monkeys. We just did it for
Space
fun.
monkeys.
You held your buddy's throat up until they started to get lightheaded and fall over, and then it goes, ha ha, you suck. And you just go on with life. But when you're that strung out, even things like that can kill you. And of
Yeah.
course, the media spun it into this huge thing. Daniel Penny, because he happened to be white and this guy happened to be black, was some horrible racist goon, and he's just out to murder black people.
Oh.
And it was great.
So do we have the capability to pull up and check this video out?
Do we have this
I
power?
dude, like I feel like I've heard about this about something on a subway because when you said subway, I was like, okay. Like because like I heard something about it and that made it registered. Like I want to see what's in this video that has the lamestream fake media, fake news all up in arms. I mean, yeah, we do have that capability. Oh, okay, okay. I wasn't sure. But yeah, while he's trying to figure that out, so let me ask you, like, so anybody have any idea what the United States national bird is?
The dodo?
You both don't know for real at the same time. Are you kidding
Gang,
me?
gang.
You, if I didn't know that was not planned, I would totally accuse you guys of planning that. But no, like, so did you hear about? Okay, so apparently, you know, the great Amy Klobuchar put forth a bill. I seen, like, I was reading this headline, a bill to make the bald eagle the national bird. And I don't know, is it just me? But I thought to myself, hasn't it always been the national bird? Like, I'm pretty sure I remember learning that in elementary school. Like, what's going on? Like, is this one of those Mandela things? Screen share. Did I do it? I think I did it.
So, according to Wikipedia, yeah, I
Oh,
saw that one coming.
okay, okay,
Um,
okay. We got the video up. We got the video up. Let's pause on that. Yeah. Is this where it starts? Can we back it up a little?
that that looks like the ending of it, more or less.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
right. Yeah, none of those people were trying to stop him. Like nobody was jumping on, Daniel Penny trying to like beat him up or stop him from doing what he was doing. And that should tell you something. If the people present can't properly identify that, then obviously he probably wasn't doing anything horribly wrong. And in fairness, if you feel threatened, that is arguably the kindest way to neutralize a threat. Not a person, just a threat. You know,
No, see, what happened before that? Like, what made him just feel he needed to? Oh, missed that. Hmm.
That is gross. So the official report, which I did actually hear the video, like there is a video of him like before like he was grabbed. It obviously doesn't catch absolutely everything, but like this matches the video that I watched of him before Daniel Penny grabbed him. He was like getting like right in people's faces and screaming at them,
Really?
like it was kind of wild out, like flailing his own, and like he was screaming that he was hungry and he thirsty and he needed a job and he was not afraid of going to prison and was ready to die, and like just screaming that at people in public. And that, I mean, none of those are direct threats to anyone, unless of
Hmm.
course you've seen that person pretty much every day for the last like 6 months and they're an absolute bag of mixed nuts.
Yeah, you could like walk down the street pretty much any big city right now and see that, really.
You're not wrong, though it's usually
Huh?
not as consistent.
Yeah, yeah, as New York, or you could say Vegas, or anywhere in Florida. Sorry, Florida, just taking shots over here. But huh. Yeah, no, that sounds like to me that the hold was necessary. If that's what he was
Uh,
doing,
it
by
says
all means he should have been, taken out of the situation. I mean, it's unfortunate, whatever, but maybe don't be all fucked up on the subway and doing fucked up shit.
there's a
Maybe
freelance
you won't
journalist that's. No, you're right. You're right. You're right. Sorry.
say, then maybe you won't have to find out. I mean, not trying to be insensitive, but just logical. Yep. Fortunate. You're a good Christian, just say it. Sounds like self-defense. Yep. That's right. Awesome. Yep, yep.